Hi. Okay, I'd like to talk about something, just a little thing. When I was a kid, so like in the 1980s, there was a store called the Discovery Store. And they had these wave machines that were I'll show you. They were like this. Okay. They weren't like that. They were more like that. These newer ones that are pretty cheap. But if you want the original ones, which cost they were like $39.95 at the time in the 80s, which is crazy money. And I was a kid and I didn't have any money. So I thought, ooh, someday I'll buy one of those. Well, by the time I became an adult and thought about them again, a billion years had passed. And next thing you know, it's, 40 years later and they're hundreds of dollars. So I was like, okay, I'm never going to get one of those. Now, they do have these ones, which are so cheap now. Apparently, they've restarted making similar ones. They're different. Okay. But that's not my point. Okay. My point is, I always wanted one, and I could never find one, and they were always crazy expensive. And then just the other day, I was checking out an online estate sale, and I found this little guy that I bought for $2. And it's like one of those little wave machines, but it's got little dolphins inside, and they have like magnets that weigh them down so they actually stay upright. And I might have to get one of those the little machine, that rotates it back and forth, like that. So it goes like that. Also, there was a TV, what made me first think about these was there was a show called In Treatment, which was an American remake of an Israeli TV series about a therapist in transference. And the opening scene, or the opening sequence, has one of the original wave machines on his desk. And that's when I thought, oh, that's right, I always wanted one of those. Now, I watched that show probably 15 years ago, so I just got this now. So that's why I'm happy about it. I'm excited. And it was only $2, and it's so cute. It's got little dolphins inside. So I'm probably going to spend the money to get the little motion thing. But for now, I just think it looks cute just sitting, Also, with the monitor here, this is my third monitor, is vertical and looks kind of like you're underwater. So, but they're not moving. So, I might get the little, maybe if I can get like a USB, what would you call that? The little machine, the little movement part. What would you call that? Anyway, I'm thinking I gotta be able to find one by itself, maybe. That would work for it. We'll see. I'm gonna have to figure it out. But I just think it's really cute. And for $2, I finally got one for $2. So that makes me very happy. Sometimes little things in life just have to make you happy. Life is very tough, and there's a lot of things to freak out about and be upset about and to worry about. But it's important to live and have gratitude and appreciation, and little things are so important, to keep your stress levels down and to remind you that there's this beautiful world out there and that we are part of it. So as you can see, I feed the little squirrels and the birds, and that helps me to feel connected as well. And I love those Corinthian bells are beautiful. So finding out, sounds and generosity and gratitude are so important in life. Anyway, it's Sunday. I hope you're having a blessed day. And see you next time. Also, question. Is there anything from your childhood that you always wanted, but you could never get? You could never afford it, or it doesn't exist anymore? Is there anything like that for you? I'd love to hear about it. Please post about that in the comments. All right. Have a great day.